like, at the end, plastic surgery exists. It's a thing that exists, right? And you can't. I will not tell a person to like, if they want to. I hope it's in therapy. Who knows? I hope so too. At the end, like, I don't think like minor surgery is necessary. Like something that I will go like, don't do it. Don't. It's like if you want to be like, oh, it's just a minor thing that I want to fix about my face. That I'll be like, you know, at the end it's your body. I think that's fine. But if you go to the extent to like, I want to look like somebody specific, I'm like, calm down. You yourself, you can't become another person. Or if you had so many surgeries that like your face just starts to like not look human anymore, that's when I would be like, listen, you gotta stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, of course I would probably say stop way before that. Like the moment I had like 2 surgeries and they're like, I need another one, I'd be like, hey. Listen, you're good. You're good. You don't need more. It's all good. Stop. Because there's like, but at the end, of course, some people would then argue against me, like, you can't. It's her body. It's what she wants to look like outside. How she feels like content inside. Then as well at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I fully understand that, but there's also like, you know, it's also like highly dangerous if it goes wrong, or if you're not happy with it later on, and then you have to like go into another surgery to like fix what you're not happy with from the previous surgery. It's like the devil's cycle. I don't like it. I don't like it. Zis Boom Baa. That's next essay. Wow, this one's another save. We had 4 saves and 1 lonely Euclid. SCP-1874 is to be contained in a paddock. Is that how you say it? Pronunciation.
Paddock.
Paddock. At the Agricultural Research Station. What is a paddock? What is that? Paddock in Canada and the United States of America. A paddock is a small enclosure used to keep horses. Hey! Nuke, that's what. Maybe this one's for you. At the Agricultural Research Station at Site 58, as part of a flock of no less than 7 sheep. Oh, never mind, there's no horse there. There's sheeps. Kept within the experimental farm. SCP-1874 is to wear a sheep jacket at all times in order to facilitate distinguishing it from the rest of the flock. Just like the wolf wearing sheep's clothing, right? The sheep jacket is to be replaced immediately whenever necessary. It's like a sand playpen with a fence around it. Gotcha. Okay. Due to the highly social nature of the species, SCP-1874 will suffer the physiological effects of extreme stress if isolated from another sheep for more than 1 day. In the event that any of the other sheep are killed, they are to be replaced within that time frame. All interactions with SCP-1874 and its flock, including veterinary care, must be done with full protective gear. Gloves, long sleeves, goggles, boots. SCP-1874 and its flock are all to have standard access to water and foraging suitable vegetation. I recently finished my JoJo's like editing like a week ago, right? And there's one moment where like you can see like the 7 sheeps, like the famous fairy tale story, the 7 sheeps and the wolf, the 7 little goats, not sheeps, the 7 little goats and the wolf. But my God, were those things ugly in the JoJo episode? I literally got traumatized by the mother sheep as well. I was like, oh. Like in the episode itself, when I was reacting towards it, you can hear me like just go like, oh, why, don't show me that. SCP-1874 is a female sheep, Ovis aureus, of the Black Welsh mountain breed. When SCP-1874 makes contact with the skin of a live mammal that is not another sheep, SCP-1874 will explode. I did not expect that. The force of this explosion has yet to be properly measured. However, when in an open space, it is sufficient to kill everything within approximately 6 meters of SCP-1874. Damn. SCP-1874 is not immune to its own explosive nature and will be reduced to biological debris. However, after approximately 5 minutes, the flesh and organs will move towards each other and reassemble into SCP-1874 as it was immediately prior to the explosion. Just like Boo in Dragon Ball Z, where he explodes and just then comes back into... Well, actually, no, when he explodes, it doesn't come back, but when he gets exploded on, he does come back. Does they explode on? What I think to say. The process of reassembly and reanimation takes 1 minute. SCP-1874 does not appear to be traumatized or otherwise psychologically affected by its detonations. It just goes... Breeding experiments with SCP-1874 have been unsuccessful. In particular, male sheep have proven to be extremely reluctant to mate with SCP-1874 and attempts at artificial insemination are being made. It's just... male sheep's like, are you crazy? Do you see what she does to you? Listen, I want to live. I may be an animal, and I may have moments where I feel like I need to have a mate and all that, and I could get horny and all that stuff, but... I know that woman can explode. I know some people say stick your dick in crazy and find out, but like, I think if I do that, it's the last thing I ever do in my life. However, it is possible for SCP-1874 to bear lamps to share its anomaly. It will open opportunities to do internal experimentation on SCP-1874. Acquisition log. SCP-1874 was discovered on 2000 in the aftermath of an apparent terrorist attack at the petting zoo in which visitors and employees were killed. All the sheep in the paddock likewise died in the blast, with the exception of SCP-1874, which was standing in the blast epicenter and grazing on vegetation. What an image that must be. Oh, that would be... that's my thumbnail. Just a crater. And then just SCP wants it, like the black sheep just on top. Just like amnestics were administered to survivors and witnesses, and SCP-1874 was taken into custody. That must have been tough to take into custody, because I'm pretty sure the first couple times they tried to lift that, just like grab that thing, it just exploded in their faces. Addendum 1. After gathering samples from the surface of SCP-1871's wool, it has been determined through microscopic examination that it exudes an enormous form of trinitrotoluene, hereby referred to as -1, rather than the lanolin grease that sheep naturally produce. Through close examination of its reactions, researcher discovered that this enormous material is what is causing SCP-1874 to reassemble and reanimate. Further experimentation is needed to determine what causes -1 to ignite when in contact with the skin of live mammals. Honestly, an exploding sheep does sound like a Pokemon. Oh, is that... Oh, so the Zis Boom Baa is the sound it makes. It's... Boom! That's what... Oh, that's... Okay. That is clever. That is clever. That's clever title. I like that. It's onomatopoeia from... Well, part of it is onomatopoeia, but it's the sound of the SCP itself. That's funny. That's clever. Now that's what I call clever.